So what's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of Hustle Kitchen Raw, where we're going to talk about everything to do with sales with my guest, Mohammed Sayed. How are you, Mohammed?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh, absolute pleasure, pleasure. I've been following you for a while.
Yeah, I've been following you from years, and it's amazing. I watch your videos every day.
That's good. Thanks.
The video which you start with running and talk and giving some motivation speech every day.
Yeah.
And then everything else, since I think we both love sales, so.
That's it. And for those who don't know, we actually met because you sold me.
Yeah,
That is actually how we met. Yeah.
I sold you myself, and then I sold you my service.
Exactly. And you made me switch from Batelco, which is a reputable company, to what was it? It was
Kalam Telecom.
Kalam Telecom. Yeah. And that was the only reason I switched, by the way, because of your sales pitch.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So Mohammed, you are the author of The Sales Formula. You wrote this book.
Yeah. I love sales, so I did, It was in 2017, I remember.
Yeah. One of the things in Bahrain about sales is that I feel it's like one of the most underappreciated and undervalued skills within the workplace. I have not seen this case anywhere else in the world. It's something I specifically see here.
Yeah.
Do you find that is a thing?
Yeah, I find it, and that's really what I feel like. Most companies, they mostly focus on the product training on product, training on what they sell, their services.
Yeah.
But there's not a real sales trainer in the company.
Yeah.
And there's not a proper sales training. You know? Like how to prospect, how to close, how to cold call people. You still need to knock doors.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make a call, but the intention of the call has to be a meeting.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of stages in sales. I'm sure you know more than me, but those things every company should focus on. Especially when it comes to sales, because you have a salesperson or an account manager, but he not only needs to know about the product, he also has to know how to sell that product.
Yeah.
Because every product is different again,
Of course.
Tangible, intangible. I sell a service which people can't see. But I need to sell myself first before I sell that product,
Of course. Now, before we dive into the sales and all of that, I just want to why is it because people think selling is easy, anyone can do it, and it's always, I find, and I could be wrong, right? But it tends to be a lower paid job here. And I also find they're like, oh no, let's just give them some commission. But even the commission's depending on, again, we're talking not every business, right? But I'm talking about the vast majority of at least SMEs here. It's like, no, just give them like 5 dinars, 10 dinars per sale, as if it's an easy thing to do, right?
Yeah. It's not easy, no matter what product or service you have, again, it's how you present it, how you show value to the customer, Because if I sell something, if it's a pen, then I have to show him what that pen does, because everyone knows it writes.
Sell me a pen.
Sell
me this pen.
But everyone knows that pen writes, and you can draw with it. But then again, how would you add value to it? So you let that person buy from you. You know? And then also it's a support and after sales and a lot of things are involved, So a company should think in that prospect, that I have to get a salesperson, but he has to be a salesperson who can sell, who can close the deal. So yes, I think it's that this focus has to be there, because there should be a sales training program. Every company should have their product and services documented on how to sell them, how to prospect a client, how to put them in your pipeline, how to approach them, meet them, and then sort them out, because every client is different, Maybe it's a nationality thing. It can be a product, different products, different people. You meet a lot of people, they have different mindset. So I think this has to be filtered also, among the company.
Can you teach sales, or is it something that someone does naturally?
It's not actually natural. It can be learned. You can actually learn a way how to sell something.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not that it comes naturally. I was not a salesman before.
How long have you been in sales now?
I've been in sales for 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah, I sold almost everything, many things. I mean,
What took you into sales?
I don't know. Actually at that time I was looking for a job. I think it was 25 years ago, and someone told me you can get an easy job if it's a salesperson job, because you just need to sell. Whatever it is, you just have to sell, And when I started doing sales, I realized that it's not just selling, it's also servicing your client.
Yeah.
You know, you need that same customer again.
Yeah.
You don't need to get that customer one time and then you forget him, you know.
Yeah.
Because let's say, for example, now we are in Bahrain, so it's 1.5 million people here, you know. And then this 1.5 million people, I want them to buy again and again from me that same product or whatever I'm selling, you know. Otherwise, I'm just losing that customer. I'm just getting him one time and it's done, you know. So I said that let me learn how to do this, you know, how to get that customer for me.
Well, this is interesting. Look, one of the things, like, and I see this all the time, okay? So when I'm hiring salespeople, okay, or I'm working with salespeople, I know, like, whilst you can say it's a skill that can be learned, and it can, by the way, I mean, that's what sales training is for.
Yeah, yeah.
But I find, like, one of the biggest problems that is, like, the psychology. It's like, you know, the salesperson, if they're not selling, if they're getting rejected, they will just automatically get into this negative mindset, hate the job, and not want to do it, right? And I think it's one of the toughest jobs as a mindset to be always in that level 10, let's go, let's prospect, let's call, let's not go, it doesn't matter if they reject me, and then like train yourself, right?
Yeah, it's the attitude that makes the difference, you know, because he must have that attitude, I can do it, you know. And it's always, rejection is part of not only
How did you deal with rejection? Did you, like in the beginning, like did rejection bother you?
I thought it's a numbers game. You know, I just started prospecting more clients because when I know if I reach 100 people, I might close 10 or 5 out of them. You know? But then I started realizing it's a numbers game, but then I have to call so many people, you know. But if I call those 50 people and I approach them on the right way and with the right product, and I should believe in my product, I have to be ready for rejection and all these things.
Anticipating rejection.
Yeah, anticipating because this is
so you don't get disappointed.
All 50 customers might not tell me, okay, come and see me, you know, I want this, you know. So now I know what to do, you know. I just sort out 50 people who I can sell my product to, and then prospect them in a proper way. I get 40 rejections, I get 10 acceptance, you know. I meet those 10 people, I can close 5 or 3.
Makes sense. That logically totally makes sense. I'm saying it's the psychology behind that rejection that puts a lot of people off. And, you know, sales to me is everything, right? So
it's everything
two
for
things,
everyone.
Marketing and sales, right? That's what I believe in. But it's sales at the end of the day that brings the cash flow. That's revenue, right? And that ain't just no small job.
I have another book also. It's called Sales, The Avenue to Revenue.
The Avenue to Revenue. And that's exactly what it is. Because if you ain't selling, you might as well close your doors. So that's why I said, like, you know, I think here people need to start appreciating the sales role more in Bahrain. And they need to start giving more attention to them, train them better, bring better clients, better employees through the door, because they're the ones who make you money at the end of the day. Everyone else is just noise. If there's no selling happening.
Everyone else is a liability, to be honest, you know.
Exactly. The only revenue generating person in a company is the sales guy at the end of the day. So, you know, like when I first started in sales, it was about, as you, like 17, 18 years old, right? You just want to get a job, like just pay some bills, and like, you know, sales is always the fastest job you can get because the turnaround's so high. Like if you suck, they fire you. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean?
But you can get another one easily also.
But you get another one, but you wouldn't even like that. And you know, like we were in a call center, so it was an automatic dialer, right? So you don't even pick up the phone. You just automatic call, doing about 300 calls a day, right? And getting rejected like 250 times a day. It was tough. I hated it.
I have seen a movie, The Pursuit of Happiness, Will Smith. So it's the same thing, you know. It was all about sales.
But in Pursuit of Happiness, see, he was picking up and calling himself. Right? Now, what I liked about the dialer thing, it forces you, right? It burdens you. Whereas when I notice,
it's a pressure on the
It's a pressure, right? When I give my sales team, here's a list, call them, they'll call like 1 or 2 and then like, break, you know, go do something because they don't want to make that third call. There then to be like, you know, keep the client on the phone for like an hour, like, you know what I mean? Because just, okay, you got someone friendly, so just keep talking to him so you don't have to go to that next call, the next call, right? And I think this is all like, for me, what changed the game was when I started like training myself in sales.
That's what happened to me also, you know. because I understood that, you know, there is a way how you can talk to a customer, how you can prospect. I don't have to read the whole product and my service on the phone, you know, because no one would have that much time, you know, to listen to me, you know. And he just gets that impression, this guy wants to sell me something. So my intention is to see what his problem is, to solve his problem, because everyone buys something to solve a problem. And then go see him, show him what I have, and I show him how I can make him money. You know, because everyone wants that. The reason he's buying or selling something is he wants to make money. And me too. You know? So how we can help each other, you know. So these are the things that's how sales works.
So how do you open up a sales call? Cold call, like what are your techniques for like prospecting cold prospects?
What I do is, first of all, I see whom I'm calling. I'm not just calling from a directory or from internet or something like that. You know, I see what my product or service is, and then based on that, I see what client fits in this product or service. So I save a lot of time in calling everyone. You know, or just calling randomly people. You know, and they just say, "Oh, who's this?" You know, it's like knocking every door in one building. But I might not need all of them, and they also don't need me. You know. So I sort out those customers, I see the list, and I shortlist them, and I find the right person to talk to, because the gatekeeper is the most important person.
How do you pass the gatekeeper? Good question.
So the gatekeeper, I need to see now, the gatekeeper can also be an influencer to the decision maker, you know. So I try to get some information that, hi, I'm calling from so-and-so company, I have this product, but I would like to see if I can get in touch with the right person, you know, or I can meet him. So I don't say a lot of things about my product, you know. Just like Hustle Kitchen, they don't say what they sell.
No one knows.
No one knows what Hustle Kitchen is, you know. Same thing, you know, I just try to get an appointment first so I can show what I can do. You know, I'm not losing anything. I might lose, he might say, okay, call me later. I'll put him in my pipeline. I'll call him again. I'll try to
Do you have any like special tips or techniques to get past the gatekeeper who's being very protective?
Very protective. I see, what I do is mostly I try to find out who is the decision maker in that company.
Okay. You get this a lot, right? Where they're being protective. They're like, send an email.
Or we have everything, we are okay.
Oh, we have okay. But you know, usually I don't get, like, for me in my experience, I get the, okay, sounds interesting, send an email. And they don't put you through to that right person. What do you do then?
See, when I make a call, I know about the company because I research on them. I don't just call randomly. So I know what that company does, what do they have. So I speak a little bit about that also. And I find out who's the decision maker or who's the influencer, you know. So I say, I tell them that, okay, I want to speak to this particular person, you know. Can you connect me to this particular person, you know. And then they say, okay, what is it regarding, you know. And then I say, okay, I'm calling from this company and I would like to meet him. I don't still talk about my product or service, you know? So this is one way. And the person might say, okay, he's busy right now, but he won't say send an email now. You know, because he doesn't know that I'm selling something or what. Then he's, okay, I'll call him back again, you know. And then I can keep calling or just try to get in touch with the person, you know. And then I can send an email also, you know. But without, I know the email address. I have done my research. I have done my homework, you know. And then I can do a second call and say, you know, I have sent an email. My name is so and so. You know, I would like to speak to this person. I just want to know if he received my email. You know? And sometimes I also put those customers in a pipeline because I know where their location is. If I have a meeting in that area, I just pass by. I just say, okay, hey, I'm here. I was passing from here. I have sent you an email last time. So I want to know if this person is available right now. So this is the third way, you know. Okay, if he's not available or he's busy, so I'll just drop my card. You know. So I have one more way, you know.
So do you send an email when they say send an email?
Yeah, I do send an email, but again, I don't want to send my whole company profile and all, you know. I make a short and simple email with a nice subject line that I want to get an appointment because again, my intention is to meet him, not to show him the whole book, you know. So I just send an email to book an appointment or meet him, introduce myself, and show him what I have. I request for a 30-minute meeting because I know everyone is busy. And then most of them, they reply.
And they're okay with it. They reply to the email?
They reply
you know, I have a rule. Like, again, I don't do emails. Like, you know, like if I'm calling and they're like, please send an email, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. Because you're not going to read it, so why waste my time or yours? Is there do you need more information? I can provide that information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, short emails can work, you know what I mean? But I like to go. I guess maybe I'm just more impatient. You know what I mean? And I don't want things to get lost in the world of emails. I know someone sends me an email. Let's face it. When I say send me an email, it's because I'm not interested.
Yeah, this is one way of getting rid of the salesperson. Send me something and I will look at it.
Yeah, exactly.
So now it's email. So send me an email. Exactly. And I'll check it out. Yeah. So there are many ways. This is one of the way. Email sometimes works, sometimes might not work. But what I do is I collect that and I put it in my database.
Yeah.
So I can send them when I run a campaign. Yeah. I send them once a month something that I have, a new product, a new subject. Or subscribe to a newsletter or something like that. So it keeps reminding them of me. It's like coming out of obscurity,
Yeah.
So they know that, okay, this guy keeps sending email. Today I need his service. Yeah. Let me call him,
Because he might not be ready to buy right now.
Yeah, he might not be ready to buy right now. Or he might have a contract with someone else. Or he must be using someone else's product,
Yeah.
But I want him to always think about me, some way or the other. So this is the way also emails sometimes work. Or it just reminds people. And then when we keep calling them, they know this guy is the one who keeps sending me emails. Yeah. So he's knocking my door in a different way.
Yeah.
So this could be.
Do you have scripts? Like, do you prepare scripts for your sales calls, or like?
Actually, I believe script is very important, but it should not sound like a script when you talk.
Of course not. Of course not. Yeah.
So I have a script. I make a script for different type of services that I offer.
Yeah.
And then I use that script in a way it doesn't sound like I'm reading.
Yeah.
Because it should sound natural on the phone. Customers can feel if you're repeating the same thing. You don't repeat the same words. You don't usually use the same script for every single customer. So I keep mix and match. I keep changing the script. I have many scripts which I follow for different companies.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I don't really follow exactly because I know what I'm talking about. But still, it's helpful sometime.
Yeah.
Because you might get. If I know that a customer is talking too much, I know that he has an interest.
Yeah.
He has a level of interest.
Yeah.
Maybe it's on a very initial stage. So then I talk more.
Yeah.
When I see he's just trying to get rid of me, then I know that, okay, why don't I call you next time when you are available or when you have time? Or why don't I just pass by and we have a chat for 15 minutes?
Yeah.
I know it is going to take more than 15 minutes.
Yeah, of course.
But this is just one of the ways to say, okay.
Yeah.
Because it's not that I just want to sell him something. I want him to know what I have, what we offer. It can help him. I want to help them. Because if I help them, then he's going to come back to me again.
Yeah.
And sales is just not just sales, it's after sales also.
At what point when they're not interested, do you give up?
See, to be honest, for me, Bahrain is small. I don't give up on any customer because everyone is in the pipeline somewhere. If somebody is there, he's in a pipeline somewhere. Of course, there is a new year every year. There is a birthday every year. He has a birthday every year. He gets a text from me. He gets an email from me somewhere. So unless he dies,
then you're going to continue.
I'm going to continue. So he has to die or leave Bahrain because I don't call outside Bahrain.
Okay, that's funny. That's interesting. Okay, so
because I have a product, but I might change my product. I might change my service. I might work somewhere else. I might have a new business. So I might need him for that. I would like to help him. And he's helping me. So it's both ways.
Makes sense. Makes sense. I like that. You stop when he dies, but
or I die,
or you don't. So you don't ever think this product just doesn't match his needs. So let's just leave him alone. That's it. Let's move on. But you keep a pipeline. By the way, it's really important that you keep a pipeline, right?
Yeah, you keep a pipeline. It's a database. You met this person. You have his number.
Yeah.
You remember him. You might not remember him, but he might remember you. Yeah. So everyone is a pipeline. Everyone should be in your pipeline. I mean, everyone you called, everyone you met, everyone you emailed.
Yeah.
It can help you to sell him something, and it might help him.
Yeah.
And he can refer 10 more people.
That is true.
Just like me, I get sometimes calls and I just give your Instagram account to go through it. I don't tell him to call you, and because I know once he reads that, he watches your videos and he's automatically going to call you.
Yeah, he can make up his own mind.
I don't want that person to think that, okay, I'm referring him because he's my friend.
Yeah.
I'm saying just follow him.
Yeah.
See what he does.
It makes sense. Makes sense. So how important is the follow-up? How hard do you follow up?
Oh, follow-up is money.
Yes.
Follow-up is cash.
Follow-up is cash. So
this is what I believe.
So what's your follow-up process like?
Okay. So I don't follow up on the customers. Like I called him one time. I know I need to see first his level of interest now, where it is.
Yeah.
If his level of interest is okay, I'm going to think about it, then I cannot follow up so fast.
Yeah.
I have to follow up, but I follow up in a different way.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, as I said, I send greetings, or I just try to see how I can send him something, like a document or a gift or something like that. It depends again on the type of deal or the type of customer and the service that I'm selling him.
Yeah.
And the follow-up is also like if somebody says, okay, send me a proposal. When I send him a proposal, then the follow-up is stronger now because he has something.
Yeah.
He's working on something. Yeah. He's researching on something. Yeah. He's doing a market research.
Yeah.
So in that case, the follow-up is different. Yeah. Then I follow up with him. I check with him that, okay, what do you think about the proposal? Is it about price?
Yeah.
Or is it about the value that I'm adding?
Yeah.
Okay, nobody is going to say that your product is the cheapest in the market.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get a customer who will say, oh, you're selling very cheap.
Yeah.
So first of all, his rejection will be that, okay, can you do something on the price?
Yeah.
And then again, I have to arrange another meeting. I try to come and see him again instead of just changing the price and say, okay, this is it, sign.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to do, So again, the follow-up is again giving me an opportunity to meet the person again because now he wants to meet me.
Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense.
Now he wants to meet me.
Interestingly with proposals, right? So like obviously I sell different types of product. I don't sell a physical product, right? I sell services.
Yeah.
Right? And I believe you have the upper hand until you give a proposal. In a sales meeting, right?
Yeah.
Like if you've sold him, convinced him on your services, you are still in the power of negotiation right now. You still have the upper hand till you give the proposal. That's like showing your hand in the cards. You know what I mean? Now he has the price. You know what I mean? Now he'll be like ignoring you or whatever if he didn't like the price, for example, right? So then the follow-up comes into play.
When I do the follow-up, I make sure that I add value to the proposal.
Yeah.
So when he says, okay, I think it's something is wrong or I need to change, I add something else in it. So I'm saying, okay, I'm going to do this free for you.
Yeah.
Why don't you try it? Go for it.
Yeah.
It's not about money. Just see how much value I'm adding to it,
Yeah.
And then again, if it comes to money, then I try to see what I can do.
Yeah.
To help him out.
Yeah.
I try to do it something on installments
or
something which will be flexible payment plan for him,
Yeah.
But I know that if I have a right product and a good service and a good product, he's not going to leave me. And he will definitely continue with me, So I won't think much about my cost.
Yeah.
But I would think to get a customer who I can serve and he likes my product and service, he's going to stay with me forever.
Do you know what, Mohammed? Like over the years, and like you learn things the hard way, right? So now I'm 37 years old.
I'm 41.
You're 41, okay? So been in the game like 20 years or whatever. Seen all types of people, all different sorts of situations.
Yeah.
And so like what I do personally, I will never give you a proposal unless I've sold you already. Like I make sure the deal is done, as in it's 99% done, right? Mm-hmm. Now a proposal is just a formality. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I don't bother sending the proposal. You know what I mean? And if I feel like I'm not going to win the deal, then you don't get a proposal from me. So only when it's 99% done. So I will never just sit and take a requirement. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm going to go through all your problems, how I can solve them, all the needs, until I feel this is a done deal, then you get my proposal. Okay, so Mohammed, going back to your book, The Sales Formula. I've read the book, by the way.
Okay.
I think it's a great book.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I think it's very spot on.
Thank you.
Do you train people in your company?
No, I don't train people.
Okay.
Because we work in a different way, so they're already in the team,
Okay.
Yeah. But I can train if they want me to train.
Yeah.
I mean, sales training.
Sales training, that's what I mean, yeah. What do you think is like when someone first, let's say you've got someone just joined sales, right?
Okay.
What advice would you have for them?
Never give up. And you have to face rejection. Rejection is a part of this game. You know? And I have to also advise him that he needs to love the product that he sells, the service that he sells. He has to believe in it.
Yes.
Because unless and until he does not believe in it, that it's really a good product or service, he's not going to sell it.
This is a very good point.
Yeah.
Would you sell a product you don't believe in?
I won't sell the product that I don't believe in, because I'm not confident in myself.
Yeah.
If I'm not confident, I have no power.
Yeah.
If there's no power, then there's no control.
Yeah.
So there's no sale.
Yeah.
No revenue is generated.
Yeah.
I can sell to 1 or 2 people who might need that product, just take it, sign it, but then it won't work for a longer time, you know.
Yeah.
So I have to believe in it. I have to use it also.
Yeah.
And I have to understand what it does.
Yeah.
So it's easy for me to explain.
Yeah.
And of course, there might be a question from a customer, are you using it?
Yeah, of course.
So
yes. So you never sell a product you don't believe in. I agree with you.
Like, I don't think so. I should sell something that I don't believe.
Even think I can. Like,
I think I can. Because of this experience, you know.
I'm just too honest, you know what I mean? Like if I think it's crap, then I just wouldn't do it, you know.
Yeah, they always say you can sell ice to an Eskimo.
Yeah,
you know, but
I don't think
it's not a good idea. Yeah. Because sooner or later maybe he will just buy it because of your pitch, but it's not gonna help him.
Yeah.
So it's not a sale.
Yeah.
It was just a pitch that closed.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I won't sell an ice to an Eskimo. Okay.
You know? so you know, okay. Here's the thing, right? It's like I hated sales in the beginning.
Me too.
Right?
No one likes it, by the way.
No one. By the way, I didn't even think seasoned professionals like it. You know what I mean?
You know, in school and colleges, they don't say, "Okay, you're gonna be a salesperson one day."
Yeah.
So
I mean, I learned to love it, right? But I really hated it in the beginning. And for me, the reason I hated it was because they just, and this comes back to the initial point I was making, is that they just throw you in the deep end, and they're like, I had this job, right? And they're like, we're gonna sell. It was an events training. It was a training institute. Okay. There were no classes. There were no teachers. Right. Okay. If you sell, they'll make a class for that. Okay. $3,000 a seat. Okay. It wasn't even the easiest sell, right? And I just moved to Australia. There's a phone, and there's the Yellow Pages. If you remember the Yellow Pages, right?
Yeah, I remember.
So they're like,
we grew up with that.
Exactly. So they're like, you know, my course with banking, finance, whatever, right? I don't know anyone in Australia. I don't know any of the areas at that time, right? And they're like, go make money. No training, no guidance, no nothing. And this is why I really hated it, because you're almost like going out trying to figure it out on your own, right? And this is what I'm saying, like, training is so important, because it's the difference between knowing what you're doing and not knowing what you're doing. So you're selling or you're not selling, right? And training will actually make you love the job if you actually know what you're doing. Yeah,
this is why, like, you know, let's say you send me a location for your office, and I didn't know where your office was. Yeah. So I just followed the map.
Yes.
So I didn't know where I'm going, but I was following the Google map.
Yeah.
But if you told me that your office is in this, opposite to this petrol station, I would have come because I knew what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I would have come directly.
Exactly.
So it matters, you know.
Exactly.
That I know what I'm doing.
Exactly.
And I was just following something.
Yeah.
Now I know how to go back to my office.
Exactly.
Because I know what I'm doing.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. So your book, training, like there's a big deficit and a lack of training material or sales-related material here. I've seen it happen.
I wrote that book for myself, by the way. It was not an intention to publish it, you know. Yeah. Because I wanted to see now how I am prospecting. I want to note down, I write down everything.
Yeah.
How I prospect, how I cold call, where are my mistakes, how I can correct it for this client, and what went wrong in the deal.
Yes.
It could have gone right.
Yes.
But I did something wrong.
Yeah.
So I should not do this next time.
Yeah.
So I learned this by my own book. I started reading what I was doing. I started writing how to follow up, because follow up is the place where every sales, the money is in the follow up, and also the mistakes are in the follow ups also.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you just call somebody at a random time and he's doing something, he's very busy. He might ignore you and he might feel irritated. So follow up has a technique and a trick how to follow up and see. Also to check the seriousness of the deal, where we are, because there is no point of following up 100 times for a client who's not even ready, who's not even convinced.
Totally.
Yeah.
And by the way, like the thing is, like, what I believe is, like, there's no such thing as a product being too expensive.
I don't think so. Yeah.
There's just a lack of value.
Yeah. It's not like you can say that I don't want to spend. I mean, I don't have money.
You don't see the value.
I don't see the value.
unless you're talking about something that you can't afford physically, but most of the time, it's like if the value is not 10 times the price, then it's expensive. And it doesn't matter if you're selling something for 5 dinars or you're selling something for 50,000 dinars.
Because the customer says, okay, your price is too high. And then I'm gonna think in my mind, is it too high for you? You cannot afford it, or you don't want to pay for it because you don't see the value.
Exactly. And this is very important for the people listening, right? Because I see it all the time. Is that like, it ain't the price that's too high.
Yeah.
You're not demonstrating enough value.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And straight away they're going to be like, it's too expensive. Whether you're selling, like, even in my industry, if you're selling social media for 200 dinars, they're going to be like, that's too expensive, right? If
someone
you don't
does
know how
it
to
for
sell
20
it.
outside.
Exactly. And if I sell it for 2,000 dinars, they might be happy to pay that. But why? It's like the values, you just need to demonstrate the value. So yes, I trust this person. It's well spent money that's going to do something valuable for me.
Yeah, that's true.
Mohammed, thank you so much for coming. Guys, check out the Sales Formula book. It's available on Amazon. I've read the whole book myself. It covers pretty much everything you need to know. And an important aspect of this book is that it's not just academically everything there and the models and stuff, but Mohammed's been selling in Bahrain. So, like if this works for him in Bahrain and, like has like local flavors sometimes makes a difference, check out his book.
Yeah.
And
it's on Amazon, it's on eBay, and you can contact me as well.
Get it directly from
me, and I'll sign a copy.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, guys, and thanks, Mohammed, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
And it's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you very much.